This week on eNEWS, Lethbridge College is welcoming the holiday season by helping people in need. We have a mid-season update on the Lethbridge Hurricanes, and we get a glimpse at one of the city's better-known Christmas houses.
Welcome to eNEWS. I'm Dean Huffman.
And I'm Riley McCormick, and here's today's top story. Poland had held United Nations-sponsored climate change talks recently. The talks were in response to a recent study saying CO2 emissions are on the rise again after a 4-year stall. I had the chance to see what was going on in Lethbridge with regards to climate change. Climate change is having a large impact on people and animals around the world. Renowned naturalist David Attenborough said at a recent climate change conference in Katowice, Poland, that climate change presents a threat to civilization.
We're facing a man-made disaster of global scale, our greatest threat in thousands of years.
Even as one of the world's most prominent producers of oil, Alberta's green energy production is on the rise. Instructor for the wind turbine technician program at Lethbridge College, Ron Papp, says there's a lot of advances in store for southern Alberta.
It's the right way to go, I personally feel, and we do have the resources here in southern Alberta and Western Canada to be almost 100% renewable energy.
The turbine technician program has been at the college for 10 years, and Papp is hopeful for the future of renewable energy. University professor Stefan Keinsla says that southern Alberta has been experiencing shorter winters and longer growing seasons. This might seem like a good thing in the short term, but in the long run it could have serious implications for the community and Alberta's wildlife.
So the weather events that we saw, for instance, the Calgary flood or the Fort McMurray forest fire, and these natural disasters, nowhere, we cannot hide anywhere in Alberta. There is no place that is immune from the impacts of climate change.
The Alberta government has plans to do its part in the fight against climate change by funding green energy initiatives. Keinsla says preventative steps like investment in more fuel-efficient vehicles and better insulation and housing can make a huge difference.
The cost of doing nothing, the cost of business as usual is going to be way, way higher than the incremental investments that we can do as individuals today to avoid a very horrible future.
Moving forward, Alberta's renewable energy sector has huge potential, but it needs time to grow. For eNEWS, I'm Riley McCormick. Along with several wind farms being planned around the province, there's also plans to build a solar farm near Drumheller.
Lethbridge College is welcoming the holiday season by helping others in need. Christmas can be a stressful time for people. However, students have specific pressures that can make the holiday season more challenging. I had the chance to explore the services provided by the college. The holiday season is in full swing, and while most students are looking forward to going home for the holidays or the break from school, others are struggling. While some may not be willing to share with others the fact they're struggling, Lethbridge College offers many services to help students and low-income families in need. The Lethbridge College Students Association says the school has always had services for those that find the holiday season difficult.
I think Adopt a Family has been running for 10 years, yes. Our office contacts a bunch of businesses within the community to sponsor a student.
Each family receives a basket with items such as toys, household amenities, or groceries for the holiday season. Lindsay Workman is a coordinator for career and academic advising at Lethbridge College. She said the items families receive range from presents to food.
So that's a great program that we participate in every year to adopt a family in need, provide them with what they need to have a wonderful Christmas meal and gifts under the tree for their family.
The families are not just adopted by departments of Lethbridge College, but also by local churches and other various locations around town. I'm Dean Huffman for eNEWS. For more information or how to sign up to be an anonymous recipient of Adopt a Family, visit www.mylcsa.com.
The 2018 International Day of Persons with Disabilities takes place annually December 3rd. Chase Maley had a chance to be there this year. He's standing by with more on the story. Chase?
This year's theme was inclusivity and equality. People who have disabilities of all kinds spoke on their struggles of finding employment and day-to-day life. This year's International Day of Persons with Disabilities focused on empowering people who are disabled. Designer for Catalyst, Mitch Lawson, says the program looks at the strengths of a person with disabilities and finds or creates ideal employment.
We try and develop customized employment, and then we work with businesses, employers, and sometimes even entrepreneur opportunities, and we customize a set employment.
Lethbridge was given the leeway to plan their own event. Spinal cord injury worker Dylan Adkins says they created the Lethbridge Inclusion Awards to celebrate the hard work people with and without disabilities have done in the community.
What we've done is we've created the Lethbridge Inclusion Awards to help celebrate inclusion in Lethbridge and all the hard work that people with and without disabilities do to make Lethbridge just a welcoming and inclusive place.
It was an inspiring event to take part in. These people have overcome so much and still achieved great things.
What kind of things have they achieved?
One of them was a journalist. She said she's always strived to overcome the things that have been in front of her. Another wrote a kid's book and is now a published author.
Wow, that's impressive. Thanks, Chase. Coming up, we'll introduce you to a largely unknown college sport, and we'll hear a story of a hockey player making the best of a bad situation.
The Lethbridge Historical Society is a group dedicated to preserving the history of Lethbridge since 1888. We work in partnership with the city to put up plaques honoring historic buildings. By joining as a member, you can help ensure history is not forgotten. The Lethbridge Historical Society gives you a chance to write history in books and create fun events. Together, we can celebrate the past and change the future with Lethbridge Historical Society. You may even leave a mark on Lethbridge history. For more information, go to lethbridgehistory.org.
Pride is a little piece of me.
Pride is a little piece of us.
A little piece of me.
Pride is a little piece of me.
A little piece of me.
A little piece of me.
Pride is a little piece of me.
Pride is a little piece of us.
Lethbridge Police Service needs your help in solving a theft and assault. At approximately 11:30 on January 8th at iWorld in Park Place Mall, a group of 4 teens grabbed iPhones and ran out of the store. The suspects include 3 black males and 1 Latino man, as shown in these surveillance photos. 2 iWorld employees gave chase out of the mall to the south and into an alley behind Josie's. One of the suspects produced a can of pepper spray and sprayed one of the iWorld employees. If you have any information on this or any crime, please contact Crime Stoppers by any of these methods. Standard message and data rates may apply. Crime Stoppers will pay up to $2,000 for information leading to an arrest. Remember, you will not have to attend court or testify, and you will remain anonymous.
Welcome back. Lethbridge's only collegiate women's futsal team is getting ready for its upcoming season. Lethbridge College Kodiak's women's soccer team is looking to continue its momentum into the futsal season after winning a bronze medal at soccer provincials. Seth Slomp reports.
The Kodiak's women's soccer team is kicking its way into the futsal season. The team played 2 games last weekend against the University of Lethbridge Pronghorts, where it lost and tied. Kodiak's women's futsal coach, Sean Carey, says the team will need to be in the right state of mind if it wants a chance at winning futsal provincials.
You know, just keep the nerves away, because the girls that were here last year are going to expect it. And I think sometimes when you expect, you can't deliver, right? So you've got to be able to be in the right frame of mind. And I think that that's going to be our biggest challenge for it.
Last year, the Kodiaks came up short at the ACAC Futsal Championships, taking home the silver medal. Carey believes the team this year is capable of winning the gold.
We need to make the same game we made last year. We need to be playing for that championship banner. So I think this year we're deeper than we were last year, and I think that we have all the tools that can do that.
The silver medal the Kodiaks won was the first medal the college has earned in the sport. Forward Vicky Nerona says the team is looking to build on from last year's silver medal performance, and the goal this year is simple: get to another medal game.
Just to keep building the program, just getting stronger. We had a good result in the championships last year, so I think the goal is to just play and get some, just get into a medal game in the end again.
The Kodiaks will be the host team for this year's ACAC Futsal Championships. Carey says as the home team, there will always be pressure.
You expect it, and for some of the girls, it's probably new territory for them. But you know what? They just got to keep focused. It's just another game. It's just another day, right?
According to Carey, the girls you will want to watch throughout the season are Nerona and defender Christine Moser, as both of them are the goal scorers on the team, but believes any one of the girls on the team can be a game changer for them throughout the season. Seth Slomp, eNEWS, Lethbridge.
So far, the team has just been practicing and playing exhibition games, but tournaments will start in January. The ACAC Futsal Championships take place at Lethbridge College from March 15th to 17th.
Still on the local scene, the Lethbridge Hurricanes had a tiring schedule last weekend with 3 games and 3 nights and travel in between each one. Despite the rigorous schedule, the Canes managed to win all 3 games. Michael Rodriguez had the chance to catch up with the Canes after their wild weekend to talk about their roller coaster season to date.
The Lethbridge Hurricanes won all 3 of their games over the weekend during a busy 3-3 stretch. The Hurricanes took their teddy bear toss game Friday night against Swift Current, as well as their Saturday night game in Medicine Hat by a score of 3-1. They then followed that up with a 5-4 overtime thriller against the Red Deer Rebels on Sunday night. Hurricanes rookie defenseman Nolan Jones notched the first game-winning goal of his WHL career in the extra frame against the Rebels.
I just saw an opening and I just thought I'd hop in, and then the puck ended up on my stick and just shot it, and I went in.
Hurricanes left winger Taylor Ross had 3 goals and 1 assist, as well as the game-tying goal in the 3rd frame to bring it into overtime.
Elmsey made a good, strong play down the wall there, and I was kind of behind their guys, and I only had one guy to beat, and I just kind of like a screenshot, and it went in. So.
The busy weekend was aided by the addition of 2 new players in Jake Lesishin and Nick Henry, who were acquired in a trade last week. Hurricanes head coach Brent Kissio says the new players have been huge for the locker room.
I just think about some energy, and obviously they came in. Their habits are so good in Decision, Henry. They play a hard game, and they added offense. It gave us a lot more ozone time, and our whole guys, everyone responded to that.
The Hurricanes began with lofty early season expectations, including a 3rd-place national ranking. They're hoping the blockbuster trade will be enough to power them to the top of the division standings and a lengthy playoff run. The Hurricanes have only 2 home games left before their Christmas break. They hit the road one more time before Christmas when they take on the Calgary Hitmen in Calgary on December 16th. For eNEWS, I'm Michael Rodriguez.
The Hurricanes are on a weekend road trip through the U.S. Pacific Northwest. Their next home game is Wednesday when they face off against the Kelowna Rockets at the NMAC Center.
He had a budding junior hockey career cut short due to concussions. He sat at home depressed for months. Now he is using his experience to teach the next generation of goaltenders. Skylar Peters has the story on Tyson Verhelst and a life in hockey.
Tyson Verhelst could never stay away from the rink. Hitting the ice by the age of 3, Verhelst would beg his parents to let him on their backyard rink every day in the winter. So it's no surprise that Verhelst can be found here at Nicholas Sheeran Arena in Lethbridge 3 times a week. Hockey has been a part of Verhelst's life from his earliest memories, but even he couldn't have imagined the journey he would take to get here. Verhelst quickly emerged as one of the best young goalies in his hometown of Brandon, Manitoba. He played for the Brandon Wheat Kings traveling teams for nearly a decade.
I was fortunate enough to have a very strong season for that club, and at the end of the year I was rewarded with being drafted 58th overall in the Western Hockey League draft to the Spokane Chiefs.
It was in Neepawa, Manitoba, where Verhelst would start his junior career. When he was 16, he was the starting goalie for the MJHL's Neepawa Natives. It would also be where he suffered the first concussion of his career. That concussion would end Verhelst's season. He spent nearly 4 months recovering and then focused on training for Spokane's camp the next fall. He made the Chiefs roster the following season as a backup. 1 year later, he was their starter. That's when he got another concussion. Verhelst would go on to suffer 2 more concussions, 1 more in a game and 1 slipping while walking to the rink. That's when he knew his hockey career was over.
I wouldn't really talk to my parents, my family, my friends even. I was just in such a dark spot knowing that walking on a sidewalk ruined my hockey career.
Verhelst enrolled at Lethbridge College to pursue a career in policing. That's when he decided to join Hockey Alberta as a coach. Matt Weninger is the regional manager for Hockey Alberta. He says having young coaches with experience like Verhelst helps young goalies improve their game.
It's easy to sell that to them, to listen to those guys a little bit. And yeah, I think it's just fun getting the high energy guys out here that want to coach.
Verhelst remembers time with his own goalie coach and wanted to pay it forward.
I wanted to pass on my knowledge that I gained through him and just from playing the game to up-and-coming goaltenders that are going through the same stuff that I had to go through.
After he graduates from Lethbridge College this following spring, Verhelst says he'd like to continue coaching as long as his future career in policing will allow. He also says he'd like to give scouting a try after a few more years under his belt. For eNEWS, I'm Skylar Peters.
Verhelst is one of nearly a dozen goalie coaches in Lethbridge. The group includes former junior hockey players as well as current and former University of Lethbridge Pronghorns. Coming up next, we'll show you why Lethbridge College hosted an art display in its library. And you'll see one of the better-known Christmas houses in the city.
At the Last Chance Cat Ranch, our mission is to find a forever home for abandoned or homeless cats. We provide a safe, loving environment where cats can play and socialize with other cats. We have plenty of friendly, lovable cats that are waiting for a new companion. If you're thinking about adopting a cat, come to the Last Chance Cat Ranch. We need your help to ensure these cats will have a forever home. Come into the Last Chance Cat Ranch today and save a cat's life. Together, we can make a difference.
Why are you even trying? You're so stupid. No one's gonna miss you. Everyone hates you. You screw everything up. You're not alone. Come get the help you need at Crossroads Healing Center. We provide professional counseling and health services for all who come to our agencies.
I'm so sorry. You are my best friend, but there is no other way. I can't keep up with the bills. I can't afford to keep you.
Only 1 out of every 10 dogs born will find a permanent home. We need your help. Visit Windy City Canine Rescue today to be part of the change.
At the Last Chance Cat Ranch, our mission is to find a forever home for abandoned or homeless cats. We provide a safe, loving environment where cats can play and socialize with other cats. We have plenty of friendly, lovable cats that are waiting for a new companion. If you're thinking about adopting a cat, come to the Last Chance Cat Ranch. We need your help to ensure these cats will have a forever home. Come into the Last Chance Cat Ranch today and save a cat's life. Together we can make...
At the corner of 4th Ave and 13th Street is a house that's hard to miss. The Annandale House is lit up once again this year, and they're partnered with the London Road Association to raise money for local charities. Dara Kendall is standing by with more. Dara?
On December 1st and 2nd, the Annandale House opened its doors to public tours and people lined up around the block to get the chance to go through. The house was so beautifully decorated, it's not hard to see why people took time out of their weekend to check it out. Built in the early 1900s and purchased by Garfield Bland in the 80s, the Annandale House remains regal and beautiful, especially around the holidays. Decorations inside the house start going up as early as October and outside as early as November. Inside there's a miniature village, a nativity scene, and 10 different Christmas trees all decorated. Every room has something to look at, and tour groups seem to enjoy the festive house. Bland leads tours around the house, telling visitors about the history of the house and why he chooses to decorate.
Just shortly after we moved into the place, because essentially the place looked like something that should be done for it, very suited to it.
The house partners every year with the London Road Association to raise money for a local charity. This year the money is going towards Stocking for Hope campaign, an initiative run by the YWCA in Lethbridge to give women in crisis the joy of the holidays.
Well, that's one of our favorite charities, and they're in the area, and we pick up stockings of hope from them, and then we give them several $100s, close to $1,000 every year.
Each stocking includes a personal wish list from a woman and her children if she has them, and there are also critical need items on those lists. Anyone wanting to get involved with the Stockings for Hope campaign can stop by the YWCA Lethbridge building on 8th Street South. The house was only open for the public tours on December 1st and 2nd, but they will be taking private tours throughout the rest of the month.
How many people would you say went through the house over the weekend?
About 800 people went through the house over the weekend, and they raised enough money to fill 11 stockings for their charity.
Thanks, Dara.
Lethbridge College is ending off its first semester with an art gallery to display the work of general studies art students. Megan McCoy has the story.
The Buchanan Library doubled as a home for the Art of General Studies art students this week at Lethbridge College. The gallery featured art of all different mediums, including painting, drawing, mixed medium, and art expressions. The galleries were typically designed to show off drawings, but also featured some exceptional final products done with materials like charcoal and paint. As a central part of the school, the Buchanan Library was seen as an ideal place to show off the students' artwork in a quiet but busy part of the school. Art and design instructor Jonathan Leggs said they got great feedback from those who viewed the gallery and often received new ideas and inspiration.
Art is meant to be shown. It's not meant to be just kind of put in a classroom somewhere and just for a project. It's meant to be seen. It's visual.
Having their work put on display can be intimidating for many students, but for general studies student Tina Karyanen, it also brings a lot of growth to her art.
So it's always good to get some feedback, and yeah, it drives me to do more art.
The Art 1150 class holds galleries at the end of every semester to show off students' work and give students a chance at setting up galleries for themselves. For eNEWS, I'm Megan McCoy.
For more information about events held at the college, they can be found on the school's Facebook page or website. So, the holiday season is coming up. Do you have any plans?
Yeah, I'm going back to my hometown, Cranbrook, BC, for a little bit. What about you?
Oh, yeah. I'm headed back to my hometown, Edmonton, Alberta. So, yeah.
How much? Sorry about that. That's all the time we have for this edition of eNEWS. I'm Riley McCormick.
And I'm Dean Huffman, and we will see you next time.